Oh, oh, you know what, Pat? Give me 1 minute. I didn't send out the feed.
Native Raven crowd, I guess.
Yeah.
I wonder if it has anything to do with last night's game.
Right.
You could not announce their batters.
I'm not going to until they give me a lineup. Almost there.
Did you ask for it?
Last time I asked for it, I almost got in a fight, so she can bring it to me. Actually, when Don walks away, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Nest on a beautiful hump day here in mid to late April. MCal matchup featuring your Lady Hawks and the Redwood Giants from across town. This is an MCal rematch, one-run game the last time they met over at Redwood. Redwood coming away a 4-3 win. Redwood comes in today underneath Emily Atkinson, coach, at 11-7, 7-2 in the MCal conference, currently sitting in second place, coming off of a 23-3 drubbing of San Rafael on Monday afternoon. San Rafael, for some reason, started a freshman, and the Giants, in their experience, got after her, put 23 on the board coming into this one. Hawks coming off of another home win on Monday where they are currently undefeated on the season. Played a tough, scrappy Novato team who had not won a conference game all season. Came in, put their best effort forward, and when it was all said and done, the game ended 7-3 Lady Hawks. Big game here for the Tamalpais Red-Tail Hawks, looking to gain some playoff position as we near the end of the conference season here. Top 6 teams in the MCAL conference will go to the playoffs. The Redwood is currently, Tam is currently 10-4 on the season, 5-4 in the conference. That'll put them currently in the 5th position, a couple of games ahead of San Rafael. So the playoffs do look imminent. However, seeding is important in this conference. First place team here, who we saw, Pat, good looking team, executive producer Pat Terry to my right. San Marin has moved a game ahead of Redwood. And I was looking today, San Marin's only given up, I think it's 11 runs in the conference so far. Yeah,
they're a top team.
Yeah.
Coming into the end of the season here.
Yeah. Hang on there with us, folks. We're going to do a quick moment of silence. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hawk Nest. This MCAL matchup between your Lady Hawks and the Redwood Giants. If you could all please join me in a moment of silence for the tragedy we all suffered over the weekend. We lost 4 wonderful souls from Archie Williams High School. We all know this. When I go silent, if you could please remain silent as we honor them with a moment of silence. Thank you. So a moment of silence there for the tragedy that unfolded last Saturday, the day before Easter. For those of you who haven't heard yet that are listening, we lost 4 beautiful young girls, 6 girls in an automobile accident out on San Geronimo Road, a no-car collision, and there's just nothing you can say. Girls ranging between 14 and 16 years old started the day on a beautiful day in Marin County, and unfortunately, they're no longer with us. The county, the towns that fill this county are still in shock. So we wish all their families and the community of Archie Williams and surrounding, and really everyone in the county of Marin and their families, the best as we move forward. Having said that, we're going to get ready for some MCAL softball. In the circle today for your Lady Hawks, senior captain number 9, Eden Clark. Doing the catching, number 12, senior Krista Sasso. Hey Phil, will you see if he has a lineup card for them, if possible? Redwood Giants did not produce a lineup card to the table here, so until I get something from them, there will be no announcement of their players. We're actively trying to get something here from us. It's a beautiful day. It's a little crisp. It is definitely breezy. The wind looks like it's pushing out to left field. Left-handed hitter number 3 stepping in for the Redwood Giants. Eden Clark back in the circle. That has always been a good thing so far this season for the Lady Hawks. Consistently just delivering inning after inning after inning of greatness. She'll have her hands full today as she gets tested here. Umpires meeting and convening.
He doesn't have it.
Okay. Coach Atkinson. So Eden Clark on the bump. We are just about to get started here, running a couple of minutes behind. MCal softball brought to you live from the nest. Ball slips a little bit out of Eden's hands, lands in the right-handed hitting batter's box, slips by the Hawks catcher. 1-0 to their leadoff hitter. Again, ball slips out of Eden's hand as she shakes it loose. 2 balls and no strikes. I'm pretty sure this is Ava Brown, one of Redwood's best players for the last 3 years. I think leads their team in hitting. She can run, bunt, hit. Looks at a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch there from Eden Clark. Count moves to 2 balls and a strike. The nest in fair territory, looking as good as it has all season. Pitch on the outside corner from Clark. A lot of spin on it, just missed. 3-1 here to their leadoff hitter. You can tell, Pat, aside from, like I said, in foul territory where there are still bushes growing in the dirt, it does look like they did some work on the infield, which is nice to see.
Looks a lot better.
Ava Brown showing fake bunt. Clark firing in a fastball on the outside corner. Really good pitch there from Eden, swung through by Ava Brown. Count full now to the Giant leadoff hitter. Clark tries to paint on the outside corner. Giants have their leadoff hitter on via the walk. In steps number 7 in the right-handed box. Looks down to Coach Atkinson for a sign. Clark pounds the ball into her glove, picks up her rosin bag, puts her foot on the bump. We'll get the sign from Sasso, and it will be time to go. Here she goes. Brown takes off on the first pitch, gets knotted up in the feet of Sasso, and she's in easily as she turns the corner with the stolen base. Giants quickly with a runner in scoring position here with no outs as number 7 stands in the batter's box with Ava Brown at second base. Bunt laid down, fielded by Ava Lee, who throws it over to the second baseman, Annika Harris, who is covering. And the ball falls out of her glove, and quickly the Giants now have runners at first and third with nobody out, and their number 3 hitter coming in. So an unfortunate start here for the Lady Hawks against the Redwood Giants, who inexplicably are wearing their home whites as they visit the Lady Hawks here at the nest. Squared to bunt there. Runner steals second base easily. No throw from Sasso. That pitch looked at by their number 3 hitter is now no balls and a strike. Nobody out here as we just get started. The Giants with runners at second and third. Clark comes in high, looked at. It's now a ball and a strike. Good pitch there, a little off speed from Eden Clark, swung through. That was a really good change of pace there. First off speed pitch we've seen from Eden. Ball and 2 strikes here. Good pitch there from Eden Clark. Bearing down, needs the strikeout with runners at second and third. 1 out here. Set the infield defense for you. Cobb at third, Pletcher at short, Harris at first, Harris at second, Ava Lee over at first base. Sasso, we mentioned earlier, behind the plate. McGrain in right, Faraday in left, and senior Hazel Walsh in center field. Good fastball there from Eden Clark. Must have been a riser, got up and out of the zone, looked at by their cleanup hitter. I'd love to tell you who she is, but I don't have a lineup card yet. Bases loaded here with 1 out. Good pitch there from Eden Clark at the bottom of the zone. Little drop ball with some velocity on it. Very nice. Eden trying to bear down, trip to the rosin bag. Foot will go onto the bump. The sign comes, and then she is into the wind. Another good pitch there. Take a little bit off, maybe a little bit of a curveball there from Eden Clark. 1 ball and 2 strikes to their cleanup hitter. That was a really good pitch. 48 showing bunt with the ball and 2 strikes, pulling back. Clark tries to bring the ball up into the zone, see if she could chase something up and away. She lays off of it nicely. The count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. The wind has picked up a little bit, maybe coming in a little bit in from left center field. That ball skied up behind third base, pursued by Pletcher and Cobb. Ball falls into foul territory on another good pitch from Eden Clark, who is spotting her pitches. We've been talking about her all year. In addition to having a really good arsenal of pitches and some velocity, this is a really good pitcher. That ball is shot straight up in the air. Pletcher is under it, has called it. I would assume that would have been the infield fly rule. Hitter would have been out automatically. So Clark, quickly with the bases going loaded, has gotten a strikeout and a pop-out. Looks to me as if this is the Redwood pitcher, who I know to be Stella Bellomini, I think, saying her name right. So quickly, 2 outs here. Well done by the Lady Hawks. Stella fouls that ball into Audie Isle, and it lands directly in the center of a minivan that should have been parked elsewhere. No balls and a strike to Bellomini as Eden Clark wastes no time getting ahead in the count here with the bases loaded as we play here in the top of the first at the Nest. Good pitch there again from Eden Clark, the off-speed pitch with a little movement. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to the Redwood pitcher as Eden Clark has made a trip to the rosin bag, and you know what that means. Foot's on the bump, take the sign, and away we go. Oh, good pitch there from Eden Clark. Bellamy swings over the top of it, and the rally has ended with nobody crossing here. A great finish to a tough start for the Lady Hawks. Really something to build on as we move into the bottom of the first inning. A great thing to see from Eden Clark. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll move to the bottom of the first inning. We are at 0-0.
That was a great
What a
performance by Eden.
What a battle. Get a strikeout, get a pop-out on an infield fly, and then strike out their cleanup hitter, who is also their starting pitcher. I just don't know if you could ask for anything more than that. Mm-hmm.
Do you think Redwood had a bad laundry day, or what do you think the reason is behind wearing home whites here at the Hawk Nest?
That's executive producer Pat Terry knowing that I want to have this conversation, and I appreciate it. There's no such thing as a bad laundry day unless you're in, I don't know, Woodland, and it was 130 and it's your 4th game of the day. No, I don't know what to call this, and the only thing I can attribute it to is maybe some sort of psychological BS is what I would call it. There's no excuse for it. Everybody who's played a team sport in the United States knows that white is the home team and dark is the road team, and this team from Redwood has shown up wearing their home whites. And not only are they white, they're very white. You can barely see any red on their uniforms. It's disgusting to me, quite frankly. Stepping in to lead off for your Lady Hawks is senior Annika Harris. Hitting for your Lady Hawks, second baseman Annika Harris. So in steps Harris, who looks at a fastball down and in for ball 1. That ball also misses down in the zone. Coach Atkinson, insisting on putting her stamp on the game, has walked onto the infield dirt to hand her third baseman her face mask, who apparently left it in the dugout. Unconventional over there at third base, a left-handed third baseman. Hall of Fame scoreboard operator Phil Sasso sitting to my left. I'm inherently thinking he's just going to be nodding his head with me. Harris taking a big cut at a good fastball there. This is Stella Bellomini on the hill, a veteran of this program. This girl can really pitch, ladies and gentlemen. She's got a lot of velocity, a handful of pitches, and very experienced. However, finding herself in a little bit of a wild situation here as she has gone 3-1 to the Lady Hawk leadoff hitter. Harris, a patient hitter, a small strike zone, a lot of pop in that bat. You make a mistake to her, and you could be looking at issues here. Come on, Annika. That ball misses down and in, and quickly Harris has walked. Now hitting for the Lady Hawks, number 1, she's our shortstop, Zoe Pletcher. So just like the Giants, the Hawks have their leadoff hitter on, and their shortstop, Zoe Pletcher, steps into the box with nobody out here as we play ladies softball in the bottom of the first inning at the Nest. Zoe showing bunt, does not offer, ball comes in, looked a little low. We're in luck today. We've got one of MCal's finest home plate umpires behind the plate. I can't remember his name, but we've seen him before. He's really good. No balls in a strike to Pletcher. Zoe offers at that pitch, looking to maybe drop down a bunt, and she didn't get any of it. No balls and 2 strikes to Pletcher. Good pitch there by Bellamini. A lot of velocity on this ball coming in so far. That ball in the dirt, blocked nicely by the Redwood catcher, number 48. Very good stop. Ball and 2 strikes to Zoe. Harris over at first base. Eden Clark in the on-deck circle for the Lady Hawks as we play 0-0 here. That ball in the outside corner, looked at Pletcher. Very rare looking strikeout from Zoe Pletcher. Now hitting for the Lady Hawks, senior captain, pitching number 9, Eden Clark.
Behind the plate is umpire Sayer Stetler.
Thank you, Pat Terry, telling us who that umpire is. Eden Clark stepping in here. Looking at a good fastball there from Bellamini at the bottom of the zone. Bellamini also sporting the rosin bag behind the rubber, and also, like her counterpart, Eden Clark is not wasting any time. That ball up in the zone, a riser, swung at by Eden Clark. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to the senior captain. Ball in the outside corner, looked at by Clark for strike 3. Quickly 2 outs here. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, playing first base, number 10, Ava Lee. Now hitting is Ava Lee, playing first base today. See if we can get Ava to run into one of these fastballs. Off-speed pitch. Bellamini thinking what you and I are thinking at home. Maybe she could turn on one. Came across on the inside corner with a very nice off-speed pitch. Probably just a stone-cold changeup. Right back with a fastball in the same spot that time. A ball, or no balls and 2 strikes quickly to the junior captain, Ava Lee. Lee, big cut on a fastball, top of the zone, fouls it straight back. This is a big-time matchup in MCal, one of the better pitchers you'll see against one of the better hitters you'll see in the conference. Lee, 2 hits the last time we played Redwood in a game in which she threw a gem but lost 4-3. Ball smoked to center field, getting down, but the center fielder comes in and makes a nice play, nice grab, thigh high on a line drive that was hit to dead center field by Ava Lee. So the Lady Hawks get their leadoff hitter on and then go KK and F8 for those of you scoring at home. We will move to the top of the second. 2nd inning. It is still 0-0.
0-0.
0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. I'll sit here and touch base with Phil. Phil also has a daughter that's been in the program now for 4 years, just like my daughter, Elisa Cobb, and we're 0-7 against this team, Phil.
Goes back that far.
Well, we haven't beat this team, I don't think, since 2018. I think it is, maybe even 2017. I went and looked because, you know, I'm geeking out on ladies softball. I think I've proven that by now. Out of those 7 times you and I have faced them as parents, 5 of those games decided by 1 run or less. And only one of them was more than 4 or 5. So every time these two teams have gotten together, it's been close, including last year. You know, this team from TAM only won 1 conference game last year, but they played them real tough twice, including a 1-run affair over at Redwood. So we'll go to the top of the 2nd inning here with Eden Clark still in the circle. Coach Atkinson, putting her stamp on the game as usual, decides to thin out the dirt in front of the batter's boxes, which to me just is about as bush league as you could ever see. Onto the bump is Eden Clark, and here she comes. That ball to the top of the zone for a strike. Good rise ball. Clark looking in at her catcher, telling her good call on that pitch. Of course, I think the pitch calling is coming from the dugout, but Sasso back there just continues to get better and better every game. That ball fouled off by number 11 from the Redwood Giants. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Clark pounds the ball into her glove, picks up her rosin bag. That foot's going on the bump. Here comes the sign, and she's into the wind. Good pitch on the outside corner, just missed. Sailed away just a little bit outside wide. Beautiful day here, hardly any clouds in the sky. Mount Tam looking as delicious as it always does. Squeezed by Sasso. Ball fouled at the plate. Sasso squeezed it off to get the first out of the inning. Just as I accolade on Krista Sasso, she makes a play there. Like all things she does, makes it look very easy. That's a big time out to get for her pitcher. A lot of times that will inspire a pitcher to get a foul tip squeezed at the plate. Nice play, Krista. And there it is. Eden Clark comes right back with the same riser she missed on the last hitter. This one swung through by number 33 for strike 1.
How do you feel about Coach Atkinson?
Yeah, well, I made it clear earlier. I'm probably not done, Phil, so I appreciate the reminder. Pitch there just missed. Little off-speed pitch on the outside corner, maybe a little bit low. A ball and a strike to number 33 from the Redwood Giants. Good fastball there from Eden Clark, maybe a riser at the top of the zone, fouled straight back. And in the early going here, I'm happy to report Eden Clark is locked in, spotting her pitches. She missed with the first one, slipped out of her hand. Since then, she seems to have really good command with just about everything she's thrown. She's got good tempo, good rhythm. That ball is up in the air towards Harris at second base, and it falls off of Harris's glove. Unfortunately, that could have and probably should have been an out. Good pitch there by Eden Clark. So the Giants here with 1 out have a runner at first base as number 8 steps in to hit. Good pitch there from Eden Clark, swung through by number 8 on a good fastball. I didn't see it. Did it hit her glove? Oh. Another good pitch there from Eden Clark. What I was talking about earlier is the intellect and the growth of Eden Clark as a pitcher. She's seeing here, right here. This I'm guessing this is an underclassman here who's at the bottom of their lineup, and Eden's not messing around after seeing the first 2 swings. This ball is going to be right down the middle for strike 3. Swung over the top of for the second out of the inning. And Clark looking to dodge a mishap there on defense as number 10 comes to the plate. Also looks like an underclassman to me. as Redwood moves towards the bottom of their lineup. Top of 2 here, no score as we play here live at the Nest. Redwood Giants against your Lady Hawks. Ball's grounded right to Clark. One hopper quickly fires it over to Ava Lee, and just like that, the Giants are retired here in the top of the 2nd inning. We've gotten all we could ask for here, which is a great start by Eden Clark so far, making her way through this potent Redwood Giant lineup. Now it's our turn, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you all for joining us today. Again, on Friday, same time, same place, we'll play a non-conference game against Pinole Valley, our last non-conference game. Coach Atkinson, again, standing in the circle because it's necessary to hand the ball to the pitcher, I guess. I can't help myself, Pat. Executive producer Pat Terry. A lot of people don't know, hard to believe, a Redwood grad himself, played baseball
Yes, that's right.
at Redwood. Whenever you say Pat went to Cal, he's quick to say, "Go Bears."
Go Bears.
But
Of course.
I've never heard him say "Go Giants" yet. You know, I guess once you put your daughter over there at TAM, "Go Giants" goes away, doesn't it? At least for 4 years, right?
I've converted over. I'm now a Hawk.
There you go.
100% Hawk.
Flying high in Hawkville. I like it. Here come our friends from the north, our Canadian Geese. Got a great experience last time they were here.
That's funny. I just put on the teleprompter a big hello to Canada.
Oh, there you
Look
go.
what we get 2 Canadian Geese.
Again, that's executive producer Pat Terry. Everything you see on that screen, graphics, visually, of course, perfect camera work is all done by him.
Yeah.
Did you score?
Hitting for the Lady Hawks, senior captain, number 8, Elisa Cobb.
I think that one fell in. Should have been caught, but
So in steps Elisa Cobb, coming off of 2 hits and 3 RBIs in her last go. So takes a big cut at a good fastball there from Stella Bellamini. Like Eden Clark, the pitcher for Redwood looks like she's locked in too. We may have ourselves a pitcher's duel here today. Cobb takes another swing at a ball. That ball way low in the zone. Quickly 0-2 to Elisa. Bottom of the 2nd here. No score. Cobb swings at that pitch as it comes in, the bottom of the zone. Now hitting for your Lady Hawks, playing center field, number 4, Hazel Walsh. So in steps Hazel Walsh. Picked up a couple of RBIs herself in the game against Novato when Lady Hawks broke it open in the 5th inning, a game that was knotted at 3. Hawks put together a 2-out rally, loaded the bases, got a couple of hits, and were able to get away with a win to keep the undefeated at home streak alive. Hazel looks at a good fastball there from Bellamini. It's quickly 1 ball and 1 strike to Walsh. A pitch swung through. Bellamini cruising, throwing a lot of velocity here and spotting her pitches accordingly. It's a really good catcher for Redwood. I'd love to tell you who it is, but Redwood doesn't give me a lineup card, so I never get to know. Good drop ball there. One of the best ones I've seen, ladies and gentlemen, all season. That ball had to have dropped a good 8 to 10 inches. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, playing left field, number 13, Melissa Farity. So in steps Farity quickly with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd. Melissa squares to bunt, pulls it back, does not offer. Ball up for ball 1. Varsity offers at that ball as a bunt. I think Coach Don Smith may be calling bunt here in an effort to try to get something moving. This girl is pitching so well that I think if you can just try to make the defense execute, maybe you can figure out a way to get a base runner. Varsity hits the ball hard on the ground, foul down the first base line. A ball and 2 strikes. This is the type of hitter we've got who stays locked in and focuses on contact. This is a hitter you could see hitting a line drive for a single. Lays off that pitch. Oh, up in the zone. Can't believe it was called for strike 3. Ball had a lot of zip on it. Melissa was immediately looking down for a sign, and home plate umpire rung her up for strike 3 as we end the second inning. We'll go to the top of the third inning here. We're still knotted at 0-0. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll go to top of 2. We're still knotted at 0-0. Little wind picking up. What do you think, Pat? That coming at us?
Yeah, it looks like it's coming from the west, northwest. So
Yeah.
could be a cold wind.
It is chilly. It's been chilly all day, even though it looks tropical outside. Clark a little late getting to the circle. Those organic sounds are brought to you by our executive producer, Pat Terry. It continues to upgrade the broadcast every time we do it. Both teams struggling to get anything going. Actually, Redwood did load the bases in the first inning. Clark put an immediate end to that with 2 strikeouts and a pop-out. Came back with 2 strikeouts in the second inning. Sasso throws the ball down. Lady Hawks will throw it around. And it looks like the Giants are back to the top. I'm guessing this is Ava Brown, one of their best players for sure. This girl can really play. She started the game off with a walk and was stranded at third base in the first inning. Here we are, top of 3, 0-0 at the Nest. Brown drops a bunt down towards Cobb, spins away, foul. Good pitch there by Clark. A ball up in the zone. Sees the bunt. Brown skies this ball up in the air towards Cobb, who grabs it easily underneath the bag for the first out of the inning. So Clark makes a good pitch to Ava Brown up and away and gets her to pop it up. Number 2 hitter, number 7, stepping in for the Redwood Giants as Clark continues to deal here in the top of the third. Oh, that ball slips away just like the first pitch of the game and rolls up past Krista Sasso. Good fastball there from Eden Clark on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Clark testing the top side of the zone, seeing if she can get to swing at a ball out of the zone. Ball glides away high for ball 2. Again, Clark wasting no time, foot on the bump. Good fastball, grounded up the middle for a solid single, fielded by Hazel Walsh. Ball comes in as I'm pretty sure this stepping in is number 13 here is I think Gia Myers. This is their best all-around player here. I think she struck out in her first trip, or no, she She squares to bunt, drops that ball foul as Cobb comes into field what would be a bunt. Ball falls aimlessly into foul territory, and it's quickly no balls and a strike to the number 3 hitter here for the Giants.
You know, the irony here is that Gia's grandmother was a longtime teacher here at TAM.
Oh, there you go. That's a good nugget from Pat. Good pitch on the outside corner there from Eden Clark. Great pitch, I'll say. No balls and 2 strikes. Gia Myers, the hitter there. Her mother, a longtime teacher at Redwood. Are you saying
Iris
that
Myers.
you may have had her or you knew her?
No, I knew her very well, but Hall of Fame coach for the Hawks had her as a teacher.
Oh, okay. Good pitch there by Eden Clark on the outside corner, freezes Myers for the strikeout looking. So Eden Clark continues to remain locked in, keeping the Giants off balance to say the very least. Giants have tried to make something happen with their last 2 hitters, unable to execute and get a bunt down, which then puts Eden in the advantage, and she has taken advantage with back-to-back strikeouts here. That ball down and in, swung over the top of by number 48, their number 4 hitter, cleanup hitter. That ball was tipped.
So to give you some perspective, Hall of Fame coach Don Smith had Iris Myers as a teacher, and we know Don, I think he graduated in the 70s. So, am I correct with that?
Don graduated in 60,
oh, okay.
67, I think.
This is a generational affair here today.
So, was it Gia Myers' grandmother was a teacher?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, got it.
Iris.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, and the one thing I did learn is that, because I always say Don's been around Mill Valley longer than Mill Valley's been around Mill Valley, except Don's mom graduated from TAM in 1942, which is, and put 7 kids through TAM, which is just incredible.
Impressive.
So, Hawks trainer attending to catcher Krista Sasso, who apparently got hit in the hand with the bat, but no catcher's interference called. We'll go figure that one out here maybe later. That ball slammed towards the Hawk dugout by the Giants cleanup hitter, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes here to Eden Clark. So we know how it goes. Clark picks up that rosin bag. That foot gets on the bump. She takes the sign from Sasso, and away she goes. That ball fouled straight up. Sasso's got a beat on it. Oh! Great effort there by Sasso. Got rid of the mask. That would have been a big-time play. Great effort by Sasso. Rebirth here for the Giants. Cleanup hitter on a really good pitch by Eden Clark. Had her way off balance. That ball's hit deep to left center. Walsh is underneath it and grabs it in the gap. Hazel got a great jump on that ball. That ball looked like it was destined for extra bases, but with the extra speed of Walsh and the experience, it landed in her glove gently to end the top of the 3rd inning for the Giants. The Lady Hawks come in inspired as they all meet outside the dugout to convene on not only that play, but hopefully celebrate their pitcher Eden Clark, who's been lights out here as we start this bottom of the 3rd inning. Again, Coach Emily Watkins finds herself between the lines, standing in the circle, inappropriately waiting for her pitcher. Good. Yep. Yeah. Pat adjusting the camera for us all. Good game here, ladies and gentlemen. MCal mid to late season matchup at the Nest. Two of the conference's best pitchers going at it. Giants threatening there with a base runner and a shot hit out to the left center field gap before senior center fielder Hazel Walsh got underneath it. I'll tell you, Phil, she got a good jump on that ball. You don't get a good jump on that. That's extra bases.
Oh, she left, turned her shoulder and went.
Yeah. So coming up to hit for the Lady Hawks is the catcher, Krista Sasso. Last time Krista found herself in an MCal softball game, she almost took the cover off a ball as she ripped it over the third baseman's head for a single. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, catcher number 12, Krista Sasso.
Choke up, girl.
So Krista, who continues to improve in her senior season as she stepped up as the catcher and has not left behind the plate since the season started, takes a look at a good fastball there. The Giants pitcher Stella Bellamini on the bump. Sasso with a big cut at a fastball. She was all over that pitch, fouled it straight back.
I'd like to give a shout out to longtime coach Jeremy Gravelin, who's at home today watching on TAM TV.
Oh, big time shout out to Jeremy Gravelin. Hopefully the grandparents are watching too. That ball in the dirt. To Sasso, a ball and 2 strikes. What's up, Jeremy? We miss you, sir. And family. Sasso took a big cut at a fastball. Might have been a drop ball down in the zone. It was for sure. Very good looking pitch. 1 out here to the Lady Hawks. Now hitting for the Lady Hawks, right fielder Delphine McGrain. So they call her Del, hitting in the 9 spot. Delphine McGrain, right fielder, stepping in against Bellamini, who, like Clark, is also cruising. McGrain offers at a bunt opportunity. I think Coach Don Smith's doing anything he can to get a ball into play as Bellamini continues to mow over the Lady Hawk hitters. Yeah, just catch it. Yeah, you just catch it when you're bunting, right? McGrain fights that pitch off, takes a cut at it, dribbles it over towards the Lady Hawk dugout. Bellamini quickly up, no balls and 2 strikes to the sophomore right fielder, Delphine McGrain. Ball on the outside corner, good look by McGrain. Bellamini looking to paint, catches that ball with a little frustration. She thought she had that pitch. Trip to the rosin bag, her foot's on the bump, and into the wind she will go. Good pitch there from Bellamini, swung through by McGrain. There's quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Now hitting for the Lady Hawks, second baseman number 15, Annika Harris. So in steps Annika, leadoff hitter, Bellamini in the circle. Fastball swung at hard by Harris, pounded into the ground, out behind home plate, foul. Lady Hawk bench spirited up on the fence. You can hear them loud and clear cheering it on, looking to get something going here in this 0-0 affair. Harris showing good discipline, lays away from a pitch that was up and away. It's a ball and 1 strike to Ani. That ball grounded over to the 3rd baseman, thrown over to first base nicely as Harris is retired on the ground out. go to the top of the 4th inning in a 0-0 affair here at the Nest. Coach Monica making her way across the diamond. She keeps score for this squad. It's a good time to shout out. I'll continue to the Lady Hawk coaching staff. It is a brand new staff, ladies and gentlemen, from top to bottom, led by Coach Lynette Engloff, Hall of Famer Don Smith, and Monica. This is the same group that coaches the varsity basketball team here. They've stepped in. This team won 1 conference game last year and 4 games all season last year, and it's the same group. There's not one freshman on this team, so there's no new additions, and this team finds themselves in the playoff race, 6 games over 500, and vastly improved, especially offensively. I know, Phil, you can agree, and Pat, you too. It's been really fun to watch this team obviously take batting practice and come out with a new approach at the plate, which is extremely aggressive every time they go after another team.
Yeah, it's refreshing to watch. The bats have come alive this season. Of course, today against the pitching, not so much, but
yeah,
maybe in the late innings here.
This is a classic. This is a classic ladies softball game where you've got 2 great pitchers going against each other. A lot of times, it's really going to come down to one play. Right. Other than the Giants loading the bases in the 1st inning and Clark putting an end to it, there hasn't been much offense at all. In steps the Giant pitcher Stella Bellamini to face her counterpart Eden Clark. Clark tests the outside corner, just misses for ball 1. Good fastball there, fouled at the plate by Bellamini off the glove of Sasso. One thing that never changes at the Nest are the cars of our lives as they move from left to right and right to left down Miller as the sun shines upon all of us on a beautiful day here in Marin County. Good pitch there, popped up down the line, Cobb near the fence, squeezes that ball for an out. That's a nice play by Elisa as she got close to the fence. So that's a big out for Eden Clark to get. Stella Bellamini is a tough out for sure, and that's the 2nd time Eden has retired her. Of course, Eden's retired all but 2 of them so far. Number 11 steps in, squares to bunt, offers at a pitch, shoulder high. Clark, again, continues to show you her wisdom, sees her square early and brings the ball up in the zone because it's hard to bunt a ball that's above the letters. Good pitch there, shot over to Harris, line drive, speared by Annika easily for the 2nd out. Eden Clark cruising here in the top of the 4th inning. There's quickly 2 outs here, nobody on. Number 33 stepping in for the Redwood Giants. I'd love to tell you who they are, but I don't get a lineup card from this team when they come visit us. Good drop ball there from Eden Clark. One of the best pitches she's thrown today. That ball had a lot of zip on it, and just the bottom just dropped out of that, Phil. That looked like an old-fashioned sinker. Oh, side twisting pitch there from Clark. That ball smoked into right field, right by Harris for a solid single. Number 8 coming up here, as I mentioned, her first time through. Looks like definitely an underclassman here. Clark should be quick to recognize this and immediately start the challenge somewhere above the waist with fastballs, is what I would be guessing. Ball's high, good fastball, just missed. Eden, a little bit of a deep breath, time to regroup, hit the rosin bag, and away she goes. That ball to the bottom of the zone, offered at by number 8, who squared to bunt. Like Don Smith, Coach Emily Atkinson from Redwood is looking to get something going offensively, and as we just mentioned, when you have a pitching duel like this, a lot of times it comes down to 1 or 2 plays, And if you've got a pitcher in Eden Clark and in Stella Bellamini who can throw 4 or 5 pitches in the zone and have velocity, it's tough to get anything going. So a lot of times you'll resort to just trying to get the ball in play and make the defense execute via the bunt. Having said that, number 8 had an opportunity here to go to 2 balls and no strikes and offered to bunt at a pitch that was way out of the strike zone.
There it is.
There you go. Clark to the top of the zone as earlier announced. Swung through by number 8. So Clark here with 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. An opportunity to put an end to this here for the Redwood Giants here in the top of the 4th inning at the Nest as we sit knotted at 0-0. There it is on the outside corner. Just missed. Clark a little bit frustrated, nodded her head a little bit. She thought she had that one. Pounds the ball into her glove. One thing about Eden, she's forgotten about that already and has regrouped. Comes right back, throws the same fastball, let her high, swung through by number 8 for the 3rd out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning here, ladies and gentlemen, at the Nest. As what I'm hoping is not an Africanized honeybee is sitting right there in front of Mr. Terry and I. Not to be, I don't ignore a bee.
How do you tell the difference between an Africanized honeybee and a regular?
You can't find out until it's over. You know what the problem is they say if you, not to go down a rabbit hole here, but they say if you beat up an Africanized honeybee, their friends from 2 miles away can identify, and it could be lights out for you. So I always just gently maybe blow on them or something, but I won't be taking my eye off of the bee until the bee leaves us.
Maybe the bee is just a softball fan.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Lady Hawk fan for sure.
So I agree. Let's let the bee be.
Well said, Mr. Terry. So Bellamini, the Giant pitcher, finishing her warm-ups. Catcher fires it down, throw it around. The Giants will meet at the circle. Lady Hawks have their 2-hitter, Zoe Pletcher, coming up. Bottom of the 4th inning here.
This is a good time to mention Zoe's batting average.
Hitting for the Lady Hawks, starting shortstop and captain Zoe Pletcher. As Pat mentioned, time to mention Zoe's batting average, which is well over 500 on the season. Good fastball there from Bellamini on the outside corner. Zoe struck out in her first trip looking, I'm going to guess, first time on the season, maybe 2 strikeouts total. Rarely does she look at a pitch that's a strike. That ball got a piece of Pletcher into the umpire, and quickly the Hawks have their leadoff hitter. Now hitting for the Lady Hawks, pitcher Eden Clark. So that's a good at-bat from the KG veteran Zoe Pletcher, who take that ball off the elbow, quickly gets the hit by pitch, finds herself down at first base as the number 3 hitter Eden Clark steps in and looks at a pitch on the outside corner. Looked like a drop ball there from Bellamini. Clark took a long look at it after swinging at the first pitch in her first at-bat. Clark smokes that ball to right field, hangs up in the air a little bit, right fielder underneath it to secure it. A little bit of an unfortunate one as Clark did hit that ball very, very hard. Now hitting for the Lady Hawks, first baseman Ava Lee. So a little bit of bad luck there. That ball goes into the gap. Maybe it's extra bases. Now we're here, 1 out. Pletcher still at first, and Ava Lee at the plate. Fastball in the outside corner. Looked at by Ava Lee for strike 1. Ball's grounded down towards third base, picked up by the third baseman, thrown over across. Ava Lee beats that out, and quickly the Lady Hawks have 2 runners on here with 1 out, with Cobb coming to the plate.
Cobb had a clutch hit on Monday. I think to
bases loaded
start the rally.
bases loaded and 2 outs to keep the rally going and to break it open. It was a 3-3 tie and pushed it to 5-3. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, captain number 8, Elisa Cobb. As Pat was mentioning, in our last game against Novato, it was the 5th inning. Nobody on with 2 outs. Next thing you know, bases loaded, and Cobb ripped a single to right. Cobb squaring to bunt here. Drops that ball down nicely. That's in no man's land. Oh, foul ball. Why was that ball fouled? Did that hit her foot?
I think it hit her foot, but
looked like a pretty good bunt for sure. And then the next thing you knew, it had gotten by Bellamini, and you heard me say no man's land. So back to where we were. Now a strike on Cobb, who Cobb squaring to bunt again. Offers at that one. Doesn't get anything on it. And it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes here. Pletcher over at second. Ava Lee after the infield single at first. This is the biggest threat the Lady Hawks have had so far in the game. Cobb in there with no balls and 2 strikes. Cobb swings through a fastball at the top of the zone. No balls and 2 strikes. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, center fielder number 4, Hazel Walsh. Ball swung at. Good cut there by Hazel. Fouled it back. Bellamini looked like she cranked up the fastball a little bit there. Hazel been up and down this season, but has had some streaky moments where she's collected some hits and put them together. Good cut there by Hazel, who looks, I don't know, Pat, she looks like to me like she's on that fastball. Yeah, she's on that fastball, huh, Phil? A lot of experience here. Right to Phil's place. Right field is where you want to be going. Bellamini took a little bit off of a riser there. Catcher throws the ball for some reason out towards the middle of second base. So, looked like the Hawks might have had something going there. It looked like Cobb had a bunt that she had gotten down. I didn't see it. But I guess it was in foul territory, or it must have hit her foot or something. I didn't see it. Did you?
I heard a thud. So
okay.
Either it hit the plate or her foot.
Huh.
But
Me too.
Dirt configuration roll.
One hit, no errors, no runs. We're still tied at 0. Top of 5 here. Does that sound right to you, Pat? Top of 5?
Yeah, top of the 5th.
Top of 5. Eden Clark finishing up her warm-up pitches here. Temperatures dropping for sure quickly. The wind is not slowing down. Quick shout out to some of our fans, Uncle Greg in Minnesota, Aunt Monica and family in Canada, the Grovelins in Canada, Grant Slavin over there on West Blythedale, the commissioner over near Edna McGuire. Those are my people, ladies and gentlemen. Number 10 stepping in for the Redwood Giants, Eden Clark back into the circle. Square to bunt, that ball fouled that back right into the chest protector of the umpire. Quickly, no balls and a strike. Good change up there by Eden Clark. Ear to ear grin on that one as she flat out just pulled the string. Or as you may hear somebody say, I missed it, Pat. Dry mouth. I usually have a great whistle on pulling the string. Good fastball there, swung through by number 10 quickly. 1 out here to the Redwood Giants, whose leadoff hitter, Ava Brown, is back for her 3rd trip. Brown, like Zoe Pletcher, can slap hit. This girl has a lot of power. She's very savvy. She's one of the better softball players in the county. That ball's bunted foul as Cobb was there. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ava Brown. 1 out here as we play in the top of the 5th inning at the Nest in a pitcher's duel. 0-0. That ball also fouled by Ava Brown, who tries to bunt there on a ball and a strike. So you'd have to think she might not be trying again. Cobb playing pretty in. Maybe backed off a foot or so. Brown skies that ball in the air. Walsh underneath it. Makes a diving catch. Hazel went back on the ball originally and then came back. Ball might have gotten hung up in it a little bit, but she stayed with it the whole way, and at the end extended forward and pulled that ball right off of the grass. Just a great catch by Hazel. Just a great catch. 2 outs now to number 7 for the Redwood Giants as Eden Clark continues to deal. Ball sails up and out of the zone, high for ball 1. Clark steps off, looks to reset. Little mix up on the signs with Sasso. Trip to the rosin bag, foot on the bump, and away we go. Comes right back with a fastball on the outside corner. Good pitch to not the count at a ball and strike to number 7 for the Redwood Giants. 3 hits on the board for the Giants, 1 for the Lady Hawks. We're still tied, 0-0. Good pitch to the top of the zone. Just missed. Clark wondering where that one could have been. 2 balls and a strike. Good change of pace there from Eden Clark. Took a little bit off that. I'm guessing that might have been the curveball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Like the Lady Hawks, the Redwood Giants are standing on their fence. Spirits are high. Eden looks to reload. Goes to the bottom of the zone. Sasso tries to frame and squeeze. Count is now full to the number 2 hitter, number 7 for the Redwood Giants. Ball's fouled straight back on a good fastball by Eden Clark.
Left field is really deep.
Boy, she sure is. Hall of Fame scoreboard operator stating our left fielder is out there. Have no fear though, Phil. Eden Clark is on the bump. So Eden battles back after giving up a base runner. Posts yet another strikeout as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Coach Atkinson again finding herself between the lines as she stands in the circle. Ball in hand, ready to hand it to her starting pitcher, Stella Bellomini. Both pitchers throwing a gem in this game. Got everything we asked for today, Pat, in a game like this.
We called it pitcher's duel.
Pitcher's duel. 2 teams really playing well together. trying to take advantage of any opportunity. Cobb came up, hasn't had a bunt all season. I saw her go down, talk to Coach Smith, and said, you know, I'm pretty sure she was like, well, if there was ever going to be a time to bunt, Don, this might be it. And tried to get a bunt down. Looked like the ball went past the pitcher's mound and might have been a single, and who knows what would have happened then, but I guess she fouled it off her foot. And quickly after that, she struck out, and so did Hazel, and the inning was over. But that was a lifetime ago. We're now here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lady Hawks seeing if they can get some production here out of their bottom of their lineup as junior Melissa Faraday, left fielder, will lead off. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, left fielder, number 13, Melissa Faraday. So I'm going to call it Faraday is due. I'm going to put Faraday in hit mode here. Locked in, had a couple of good cuts on this Bellamini fastball. Melissa's got really good hands. Hasn't found her stroke all season, but this would be a good one to get healthy on. Come on, Melissa. Good fastball there from Bellamini. Had a little bit of drop on it. I'll tell you, Bellamini is locked in too. She's picked up a little bit more velocity here in the later innings, not wasting any time. Melissa gets bat on the ball, but it's quickly secured. A little pop-up to the first baseman, who makes a nice play on it to quickly retire the left fielder. Hitting for the Hawks, catcher Krista Sasso.
The Hawks are starting to get the bat on the ball. This could be promising.
So in a rare circumstance here, we have Coach Atkinson coming back out onto the field with a glove in her hand, because for some reason the shortstop is exchanging gloves. Very rare occasion. Sasso at the plate. Sasso taking a big cut on a fastball up and out of the zone. Unusual for Krista to swing at the first pitch, but that's okay. The last time she did it, it resulted in 108 mile an hour, what do they call it? Exit velocity. Big time change up there from Bellamini. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to Sasso. Another change up there from Bellamini, fell out of the zone, down and away. Sasso showing great patience there to lay off of that pitch. We're looking for a Bellamini fastball to get drilled. Good cut there from Sasso, dropped by the first baseman, or dropped by the catcher, makes no hesitation, throws the ball down to first base for the second out. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, right fielder Delphine McGrain. So here's Dell with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning in a 0-0 affair. McGrain takes a good swing at a pitch on the outside corner, slaps it down the left field line, foul. Quickly, no balls and a strike to the sophomore right fielder, Dell McGrain. Some Lady Hawk lax players have stopped by to observe what's going on here. McGrain this time swinging just as hard as before, squared that up very late. However, that ball was drilled. See if McGrain can make the adjustment here. I don't see Bellamini going to the changeup here. I'd expect her to be throwing gas again. Delphine can get those hands and arms extended. A pitch on the outside corner. Good pitch by Bellamini. Looked at by McGrain for strike 3. That'll retire the Lady Hawks in quick order. We will head to the top of the 6th inning. We're still sitting at 0-0. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning, knotted at 0.
What do you think of that catcher popping the glove just before the pitch? She pops the glove with her hand. It's a distraction for the hitter.
Yes. Wah. As long as their mouth's shut, Phil. So, Phil Sasso asking me, he observed that the opposing catcher here, just before the ball was let go by her pitcher Bellamini, slaps the glove. I hadn't picked up on that. Slaps the glove, maybe in an effort to distract, and asked me what my thoughts are on it. And I said, well, as long as nothing's coming out of her mouth, I'm okay with it, because I don't like catchers that talk to hitters. I may have been guilty of that at one time, Pat. I used to do some catching. I used to suggest that there were some like, oh, you got to start today? You start? You're starting today. Oh, is your back okay? Or
that's what all catchers do, though. Isn't that a Yogi Berra?
Absolutely.
I highly recommend the Yogi Berra documentary on Netflix.
Great call. Great call. I have yet to see it. You're not the first person to tell me that I should see it. You know what a lot of people forget about Yogi Berra? It's just how good he was. He was so good. If you look at his lifetime stats, he was an amazing player. This is Gia Myers, and squares to bunt, drops that ball. It's sitting in the batter's box, twisting. Sasso jumped out of the box, picked it up. Umpire called it foul immediately. It's quickly no balls and a strike to the Redwood shortstop, Gia Myers, also one of the better players in the county. I think she's committed to play D1, Phil. I don't know where. Squares to bunt on a good fastball there from Eden Clark. She pulls back on it. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to the 3-hitter shortstop Gia Myers as we play live here, top of the 6th at the Nest in a 0-0 game. Myers skies that ball. Pletcher's got a bead on it. Quickly records the first out of the inning. Clark continuing to keep these giant hitters off balance, whether it's lazy ground balls or simple fly balls. Only a couple of players have really squared up on Eden today. She's really in her bag, throwing all of her pitches in any count. Cleanup hitter up here, number 48 for the Giants. Swings at the first pitch up in the zone and hits a nuclear bomb way out of play behind us. You know the drill. Clark in the circle, trip to the rosin bag, foot on the bump, in for the sign, and into the wind. Comes right back. That ball also ripped deep down the left field foul line. So their cleanup hitter, who I've seen before, paced a ball. Phil called it right there. Perfect time for a changeup here on 0-2. Their cleanup hitter uses the fake bunt as a timing mechanism. That ball fouled straight up, heads up in the crowd. So Eden continues to pound the zone. Umpire en route to the Lady Hawk dugout for more yellow balls. No balls and 2 strikes here. 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. And here comes Eden Clark. Ooh. Eden tried to get her to bite on a ball in the dirt, pulled the string a little bit. That ball landed in front of home plate. Good discipline by the Redwood hitter, who laid off of it. 1-2 here, nobody on, 2 outs. Clark busting it in on the inside corner. Good discipline by the giant hitter. That ball looked like it could have been a strike. Squeezed, popped out of the glove of Sasso. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. This is a big-time matchup between Eden Clark and their cleanup hitter. That ball slapped over to Cobb, who fields it, fires it across.
Oh, yeah.
Quickly ruled foul. It's a good play there by Elisa to stay with that play. Clark, or Phil with a little bit of a grin on his face. I don't think Phil thought that ball was foul. Fastball, bottom of the zone, swung through by the cleanup hitter for the 3rd out of the inning. Oh, 2nd out of the inning. Pardon me.
It felt like a 3rd out.
My mistake. I thought that was the 3rd out, ladies and gentlemen. Stella Bellamini, the pitcher, stepping into the box for the Giants, who quickly swings at a drop pitch there from Eden Clark. Little extra juice, little extra giddy up in the arm of Eden Clark here. She continues to deal. Bellamini trying to make something happen. Cobb picks up that bunt, fires it to first.
He's out.
And the runner is ruled safe. Cobb came all the way from 3rd base to field that ball out in front of home plate.
Call New York on that one.
Legendary coach Don Smith out wondering what could be the call there. Maybe looking to get another opinion.
Get an opinion on that.
Where's Don going? He's looking for that umpire going, can we get a look here? It's all I can think of that Don is doing is looking for, what, a second opinion maybe? I don't think Don has anything to go with here other than to maybe just show his frustration on a play that he thought Elisa made the out. Pretty good play there from Cobb to come all the way from 3rd base, pick that ball up and throw it down. It was certainly a close play. I didn't see it.
I thought she was out.
I think she was out from my viewpoint.
Pat Terry sits right next to me. He could see it better than I could, and Phil to my left could see it. He thought it was out. Number 11 in for the Redwood Giants as they get their first base runner in a couple innings. Here comes Clark. Wasting no time. That ball sails high and away as Eden tries to regroup here on. Thought she should have been out of the inning here on that play. Pinch runner in for the Redwood Giants. I have no idea who it is. That pitch swung through. Sasso throws down to 2nd on the steal. Pletcher looking to maybe get a tag on her afterwards as she gets up. Young lady out there keeps her foot on the bag, smartly pops up. The Giants now have a runner in scoring position. 1-1 on number 11 in the batter's box, who swung through that last pitch. Squaring to bunt, offering, not getting a bat on the ball. Quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes to Clark. Rosenbag in her hand. Her foot's on the bump. Number 11 looking in. Looking a little overmatched here as Eden Clark comes, and she is. Ball swung through for strike 3, gets under the glove of Sasso. Runner takes first base. The Giants now have runners on 1st and 2nd here with 2 outs on a strikeout there from Clark. Unfortunate situation that ball got away from Sasso. Coach Lynette seeing an opportunity to maybe calm down her squad. I think this is a good trip to the mound to remind everybody that we're 1 out from getting out of this inning. That was a strikeout by Eden Clark. Just continue to do what you're doing. Eden will throw pitches, be ready to make plays. Krista, be a wall back there. Don't let anything get by you. Let's get out of here, get back into the dugout so we can put a run on the board. There's a little bit of angst in the stands behind me. Lady Hawk fans can feel the pressure and the tension. There's nothing better than a really good softball game between 2 pitchers when you have this kind of energy. Number 33 in the box for the Giants. Swings at a ball straight up in the air. Ava Lee is underneath it, and that will do it. Eden Clark does a great job of putting an end to that rally. And those anxious, nervous Hawk fans erupt in cheer as the Lady Hawks move towards their dugout. Top of the lineup coming for your Lady Hawks, Harris, Pletcher, and Clark. Coach Atkinson finding herself again between the lines, cleaning off the rubber for her pitcher, Stella Bellamini.
That was a clutch catch over there at first base to seal the deal, and Clutch pitching.
The pitching today on both sides has just been lights out. And you can tell Bellamini here, you see that warm-up pitch, Phil? She's a little more loose than she was when she started the game. That looks like a whip coming out of her hand. Plus, she's got to be, what do you think? What's that? Bottom of 6. This girl here in the circle, she's got to be 6 feet tall, isn't she? 6'1". Leading off for the Lady Hawks, playing second base, number 15, Annika Harris. So the Hawks got everything they could ask for here. Got out of that inning. It's the 6th inning. They've got the top of the order up. They're at home. They call her Ani. Let's go, Ani. Harris takes a swing at a fastball that drops out through the bottom by Bellamini. Good pitch. Quickly, no balls and a strike to the senior, Annika Harris. Good fastball there from Bellamini on the outside corner. Harris takes a look at it. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Ani. Harris rips a ball, makes Monica dance over there in the first base box. Hit that ball hard, foul. That's a good sign for Harris. She saw that fastball, a little late on it, but she squared it up. Harris showing great discipline as Bellamini tries to get her to swing at a ball up and out of the zone. Ball sailed up and away for ball 1. Good patience there by Harris. Annika swings at a drop pitch from Bellamini, a little bit out of the zone, but a really good pitch for the strikeout. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, shortstop, number 1, Zoe Pletcher.
Let's go, Zoe!
So in steps Zoe. A little overdue here. Got hit on the elbow in her last trip. Slap hitter coming up, looking to offer to bunt, pulls back. Bellamini misses down and away for ball 1. Zoe knows what we need. We need her on base. This time Zoe does offer at that pitch to bunt. We know if Zoe can get the ball in the dirt out in front of home plate, we've got a really good chance to get a base runner. A ball and a strike to the junior captain, Zoe Pletcher, hitting in the left side of the box. That ball down in the dirt, Pletcher laying off of it. Bellamini frustrated with that pitch. I can't tell if that ball slipped out of her hand or not. It missed by a lot. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out here to the Lady Hawks in the bottom of the 6th inning in a game that is tied at 0. We're live at the Nest. Pletcher, slap style, throws that ball right at the Tam dugout. Squared it up using her wand, trying to get the ball squared up so that she can use her speed. With Zoe, she plays small ball for a living. 2-2. That ball's hit, like we said, on the ground, fielded by Myers, though. Oh, Zoe beat it out! One of the best shortstops in the county fielded it, picked it up, and fired it across, and the speed of Pletcher proved true as she gets an infield single. Now hitting for your Lady Hawks, senior captain, pitching, number 9, Eden Clark. So the Hawks got something brewing here as Pletcher gets the ball into the dirt for a single and Eden Clark steps in. Bellamini missing away. Giant catcher keeping Pletcher honest. Pletcher making the defense execute, taking a big lead, dives in easily. Back at first base. Clark up on the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Big swing there from Eden Clark on a fastball from Bellamini. She fouled it straight back. Eden smashes a ball into the gap. It's by the right fielder. Pletcher is on her horse. She's turning the corner. The ball's coming into the plate. Pletcher slides over home plate for the first run of the game on a stand-up double by Eden Clark. Now hitting for the Lady Hawks, first baseman Ava Lee. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Eden Clark squaring up a fastball. In to run for Clark, number 3, Addie Covey. So the Hawks pinch run with one of the fastest girls on the team behind Zoe Pletcher and Addie Covey. Ava Lee, starting first baseman, in the box. Hawks take the lead 1-0 on a double from Eden Clark, where Zoe Pletcher turned on the Jets and came all the way home from first base. That ball gets rattled up into, that ball hits Ava Lee. That'll send Covey back to second base. So Bellamini, ball gets away from her and hits Ava Lee. Hawks now with runners at first and second and an out here. Hitting for the Hawks, number 8, Elisa Cobb. So in steps senior captain Elisa Cobb with runners on first and second and an out here in the bottom of the 6th as the Lady Hawks have broken through. Cobb squares to bunt, drops that ball into foul territory. Elisa, who tried to bunt in her last trip, fouled the ball at home plate on a ball that looked like it was going to be fair. I like this call here from the Lady Hawks. Try to get another runner in 2 runners in scoring position. Cobb this time does not offer, squares to bunt. That ball misses down and in. I've noticed that Bellamini has picked up the pace a little bit, maybe a little shook up there. The rhythm not quite on. That ball missed badly. Cobb looking down to her coach for the sign. It's a ball and a strike to the senior Elisa Cobb. Ava Lee over at first base. Pinch runner Addie Covey at second. Cobb again squares. That ball pops off the glove of the catcher behind. Both runners advance. That ball was called a strike by the umpire. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Cobb.
Time for the squeeze play, I think.
Counts.
It's hard to do with 2 strikes, though.
Oh, right. Forgot there's 2 strikes. I thought that was a ball.
Yeah, so did I. And I really hope legendary coach Don Smith.
Pass ball, score.
Go, Lisa.
Elisa, it's 2-2.
1-2. As long as she knows there's 2.
2 strikes. That's the
Yeah,
key.
because right. I mean, that ball looked like it was really high, didn't it?
Yeah, I would have thought that was a ball, but here we are.
Cobb, big cut at a fastball. Good pitch from Bellamini on the outside corner. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, number 4, center fielder Hazel Walsh. So the Hawks got 2 runners in scoring position here with senior Hazel Walsh. Swung the bat good in her last trip. A lot of experience here. Bellamini missing up and away. Hazel, good fastball there from Bellamini. Hazel fouls it straight back. Hazel's been playing softball in Marin County since she was thigh high. A lot of experience, been playing center field in the program for the last 3 years. That ball in the dirt, stopped nicely by the Redwood catcher. Big speed down there at third base in Addie Covey. Hazel puts a good stroke on a fastball, hits it deep foul down the right field line. I've known Hazel long enough. When you see her shake her arms like that, those are nerves she's trying to shake out of her system. Come on, Hazel. Hazel laying off that pitch has pushed the count full. Left fielder Melissa Faraday in the on-deck circle. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Bellamini looking into the dugout for the sign, resets, takes a trip to the rosin bag. Walsh lays off that pitch low for ball 4 to load the bases. Hitting for the Lady Hawks, junior left fielder, number 13, Melissa Faraday. So I've been calling for Faraday, who locks in every time to square one up. This might be the time. Good cut there from Melissa on a fastball she liked down in the zone. Might have been a little bit behind it. Bases loaded here for the Lady Hawks in the bottom of the 6th inning. Good look there from Melissa Faraday on a fastball that missed up and away. Bellamini has gone away from pretty much everything but the fastball at this point. That ball in the dirt, stopped very nicely by the Redwood catcher. That's the 3rd ball in the dirt, and the last 2 hitters she has knocked down. We get a pass ball here, we can put a run on the board. Covey's got blinding speed at third base. Melissa, big cut on a fastball. 2-2 here to the Tam left fielder. Looking for a knock to blow this one open. Swung over the top of by Melissa. So the Hawks pick up a run to take a 1-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Couple of hits, no errors, and a run. We'll go to the top of the 7th inning with the Lady Hawks leading 1-0.
Where's the neon green? I like it. It's like perfect.
The last one was Stella. Haley was the last one.
That was Chris Lee, father of Ava Lee, stepping in. Very intent, trying to figure out who we've got hitting here. Eden Clark back into the circle. The Giants are here at the top of the 7th inning. The Lady Hawks have broke through to score a run. Over there. It's 1-0 here. We've got a pinch hitter here. This is number 24 in for number 8. Of course, I don't have a lineup card from the Giants, so I don't know who it is. Eden Clark in the circle. Tensions are high here at the Nest as the Lady Hawks sit with a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 7th inning. Ball's grounded right at Cobb, who fires it over to Ava Lee for the first out of the inning. Good pitch there by Eden Clark, gobbled up by the senior captain, third baseman, Lisa Cobb. Excuse me. Makes a nice play on that ball, fired it over to Ava Lee, no doubt about it. 1 out here as we go to number 10 from the Giants. Eden Clark, fastball up and away. I do believe Eden has struck this young lady out all 3 times she has been to the plate. Ball's fouled up into the screen. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Good fastball there from Eden Clark. Swung through for strike 2. The Redwood leadoff hitter stands in the on-deck circle. Ball down and away. Sasso trying to frame a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes to the 9-hitter, number 10 for the Redwood Giants. Pitch on the inside corner, looked at by number 10 for strike 3 in the second out of the inning. Nothing will come easy now, though, as Ava Brown, the leadoff hitter for the Redwood Giants, steps in. Clark's done a great job of containing her today. She's walked and I think grounded out and struck out today. Clark foot on the bump, looking into Sasso for the sign. Ava Brown calls timeout. Clark steps off, trip to the rosin bag, foot on the bump. You never know what's going to happen here with Ava Brown. Brown slap ball to Pletcher, squeezed for the 3rd out of the inning, and that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen, as the Lady Hawks swarm each other out on the field as they have come and beat the Redwood Giants on a 1-0 shutout by Eden Clark. That's a big-time win for this squad, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned at the top, Phil and I have been in this program for 4 years, and this is the first time we've seen these Lady Hawks come and beat this team. This is a big day here for the Lady Hawks. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for an incredible MCAL game. Congratulations to the Lady Hawks. Great game to the team from Redwood. Coach Atkinson and your squad, good luck on the rest of the season and in the playoffs. Everybody will be back here on Friday for a non-conference event with Pinole Valley. Same time, same place. So Eden Clark, senior captain, comes out and throws a 3-hit shutout, including a stand-up double in the 6th inning to get the only RBI of the game, as the Lady Hawks remain undefeated at the Nest as they beat Redwood for the first time, I think, since 2018. Truly a remarkable event for this team. I couldn't be more excited for this group who's just worked hard all season, and for them to finally get a game against the Redwood Hawks and the Redwood Giants on their home turf. Just a great day at the Nest. We can't wait to hear you and see you again on Friday for Pinole Valley. Same time, same place. I got to get off this mic and go celebrate with these girls. Pat, thank you again for everything. Phil, great job. And congratulations to Coach Atkinson and their squad. Put together a heck of an effort. Maybe next time we're the road unis, and maybe things will go your way. That's all from the Nest.